Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations unto the elect that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalom. And this is a sign of a dying system, all right, because these things are happening not only in America, Babylon the Great. All right. This is the sign of a dying society. All right. In which the start of feminism, all right, created this, which was a concept of the devil. What I mean, the devil is a so-called white race of people. Okay. You Edomites started this. Now you're beginning to get bit in your ass. All right. There's something called the Great Replacement. Okay. You Edomites started this, and this was a curse unto yourselves. All right. To feminism, to get the woman all this power, in which in the scriptures a woman was never supposed to make any hard decisions for herself. Never. All right. And it sounds cruel in this Western world. All right. She was to be under her father's rule until her father and mother gave her away to her husband. A woman was always meant to be someone's property. And this is what the philosophies and the wine of Babylon the Great, all right, which is a part of the image, their image. This is what is created. This is what is created. And good. And good. Because you Edomites are destroying your own selves. But you didn't even know it. All right. These Edomites are so busy trying to set laws and legislations and do things behind the scenes to get us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans down and out. But you're destroying yourselves. All right. Putting fentanyl in the hood. But look, you Edomites are strung out on fentanyl. Putting crack in the hood. But you Edomites are some of the biggest crackheads. All right. So your hatred. All right. Your dying hatred to destroy Israelites are backfiring on you. Feminism. You try to destroy the so-called black family. Putting crack and drugs and fentanyl, all these drugs in our so-called neighborhoods. And you Edomites are bearing the heavy brunt of it. Now look at you. You, all right, New York Post, non-whites set to become majority in the U.S. for the first time by 2050. Non-whites are set to become the majority. So what does that mean, non-whites? All right, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Oh, that's the scripture. Hold up. What did Pharaoh say? Oh, let's get what Pharaoh say. Dang, I'm trying to remember how he worded it. He say, let me see. He said, if Pharaoh got jealous, he said the Israelites are multiplying. Hey, I'm trying to figure out. He say multiply. I'm trying to word. I can't remember how I worded. Oh, okay. There you go right there. Exodus 1. Exodus 1 and 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Isn't that happening now? Isn't that happening right now? I just showed you. Non-whites set to become majority. So we're more and mighty than you Edomites. You Edomites are dying off because you're not procreating. And this is a curse. All right. Deuteronomy 30 is in full effect, baby. You Edomites are broke, crashing out, strung out on drugs. All right? Welcome to the game, baby. You're in the game now. Welcome to the jungle. We've been in the jungle. All right? You Edomites are through. And it brings joy to my spirit doing this lesson, man. All right? It's bringing joy unto me, man. All right? He that liveth to see the downfall of his enemies. Because we know this is a curse. This is a curse. You not procreating and creating, repopulating your own race of people on the planet Earth. If you can't do that, you're cursed. All right? What did the Lord say? My memory is slipping me right now. All right. So I had a brain fart. But I'm going to continue reading. What I was saying was, if you can't procreate, you can't repopulate your own race, then you're cursed. All right. So the Lord said what? In the blessings in Deuteronomy 28, he said, blessed be the fruit of thy body. I mean, in the blessings, right? So what is the opposite of a blessing? A curse. So the curses are going on our enemies. Be fruitful and multiply. That's a blessing. So if you're not fruitful and multiplying, you're cursed. Esau, Edom, the so-called white race of people are cursed. It's not because, they're waiting till they're 40 to have children. No, they're cursed. His seed is spoiled. All right, you Edomites can't well, let's go through the checklist. Esau, he's already a bati man. He's already a mo. All right, he's already a weirdo. He's a cuck. All right. So a lot of Israelite men are taking their women. A lot of Edomite women are getting with Jake. And guess what? Guess what what that race of baby is? It's gonna be an Israelite baby. It ain't gonna be no Edomite. So you Edomites are going extinct, man. This is a sign that we're at the end, and Esau, Edom is cursed, man. All right. Exodus 1:10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. And what did he do? He set over them. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And see, and I'm going to name this lesson this. And they were grieved. We're grieving them, man. Because the more and more hell you put on us, the more and more we got to get another job, the more and more we stressed out. Guess what? The more children we pop out. Why? Because when we get off work, we already had a rough day. We go have us a drink. What do you think we're going to go do? We're going to go pop our woman. That's Israelite 101. And this is what you're seeing in full effect right now. So-called Puerto Ricans. All right? Ephraim, I am fruitful, man. Shit, I met a Puerto Rican man a couple weeks ago at a restaurant. He said he has 7 kids. 7. Say he had 1 on the way too. Esau, you can't see. And this is happening all over again. This is Egypt all over again, man. That's what we've been telling you fools. This is Egypt all over again. The same thing. There's nothing new under the sun, man. Isn't the squeeze happening right now? All right, but anyways, back to this other article. All right, men are dropping out. So the men, all right, They don't want to play this game anymore, where a man has to go and work hard and go get a wife and have a child and go get a house for what? For a whore? All right. See, men don't want to play the game anymore, right? You work hard your whole life, and then at the end of the race is a 35-year-old woman with 2 kids in a XOF model. All right. See, men don't want to play this game anymore with 10 bodies on her. Okay, so the game is not adding up, man. If you told somebody to play a game like this, nobody would want to play it. And then the women are looking at the men like, well, what's going on? You're a whore. You are a whore. And this is what America pushes. America allows women to be whores. Dating culture. Where you go, you sleep around and see who's the best mate. So men, they decided that they're dropping out. Okay, now let's get some statistics here. In April 2026, the American male labor force participation rate hit its lowest level since records began in the 1940s. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 1 in 3 American men, 33%, were not working or actively looking for work. The overall male participation rate for men aged 16 and over stood at just 67%, down 73% 2 decades ago. See, it says the trend is not confined to America. See, I told you this problem is not just here in America. The system is collapsing. The system is breaking down. People are giving up. And this is a curse. Similar declines, through less dramatic than in the United States, have occurred in UK, Australia, and Canada. The marriage collapse runs in lockstep with the workforce. Marriage and working are connected. Why? Because men, they go to work, right? You go to work, you get married, you have children, you get a home, and that's the so-called American dream. According to the U.S. Census Bureau data, married couple households made up 71% of U.S. households in the 1970s. Today, it's at 47%. The marriage rate has fallen 65% in the last half century. This is the sign of a collapsing empire. Family structure is what a backbone is, a backbone in a society. The family structure. The family structure is broken. This is why we tell you Israelites, we're gonna get everything back right in the kingdom. All right, but for you Edomites, your empire is through. All right, I'm just bringing these statistics out to show that America's in decline. It's over. The Lord has put curses on America. America is not blessed. Are these statistics sound like a blessed country or a blessed system? Does this sound like the sign of a blessed race of people? No. In the 1980s, the U.S. was 80% white. But that figure is expected to drop to 47% by 2050 and 44% by 2060. And we're not going to be here that long. I say that, I don't believe that. I don't believe we'll be here another fucking 25 years. I mean, it's too much shit going on, man. What the hell would this world look like in 25 years? So You Edomites are dying, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. All right, I don't want to make this video too long, man. Right, but this is a sign of a dying empire, and we're grieving the enemy. Just us existing is grieving them. Matter of fact, let me close out with this. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Esau, Edom is one of them, so-called white people. And on them that hate thee, which is the rest of you heathens. All right, them fucking Ammonites, they're not popping their woman. They're dying off too. So-called Japanese people. Oh, the Moabites as well. The Moabites are setting up ads and shit for marriage and telling them to have kids because you gooks and you heathens, you people are having problems. All right. I just read an article with the Chinese, so-called Chinese people. Now they want them to start procreating again. Because I remember they had a law in China where if you had too many kids, you know, you couldn't have over a certain amount of kids. But now the birth rate has gotten so low. Now they're promoting marriage and children now. So in Japan as well. All right. Complaints about, but don't worry. Don't you worry, you heathens. When us Israelite men get back on top, it's gonna be enough for all y'all. We got enough. We got enough for all of y'all heathen women. Yes, and we're gonna deal with heathen women in the kingdom, the same as all kings do. King Solomon, King David. We're gonna do as we wish in the kingdom. So you women, you heathen women that don't got no, you know, you looking at your ugly ass heathen man like, oh, I don't want to lay with him. Don't worry, baby. Soon, you know. And guess what? They're still going to get punished for what they've done. All right. Just because we're gonna deal with them doesn't mean that they're going to be that they're not going to serve out their punishment, because they going into slavery as a nation of people. All right. But nevertheless, we're going to deal with heathen women in the kingdom. We're going to deal with Israelite women in the kingdom. We're going to have plenty of women. We're going to have a woman for each day. Hey, and this sounds bad to a person that this sounds bad to a person that has a weak mind. Right? King Solomon had 1,000 women. If there's only 365 days in a year, Solomon he could go through years with a woman each day. Okay, today is your day. Tomorrow's your day. All right, then next week is your, you know, that's the glory of a king is to, you know, one of the glories. All right, is a woman. All right, the Lord made a woman to be a helpmate and help us out, baby. We had a rough day. All right, that's one of the glories of a man, to deal with a woman. And a lot of people, they got a problem with that, but guess what, baby? In the kingdom, you're going to be happy. And when it's your day in the kingdom, okay, when it's time for you to get the royal rod, your day, oh, you're going to love it. And you're going to absolutely love it. And it's going to be enough to hold you off for a while, because tomorrow is her day. All right, ain't gonna be sister wives fighting in the kingdom, man. All right, ain't gonna be no sister. All of them gonna be happy. They're not gonna have to be on antidepressants. They're not gonna have a jelly. Oh, no. It's gonna be beautiful in the kingdom, man. All right. So let me read this again. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Curses on our enemies, man. All right. So with that, shalom.